Alright, hi, what's up everybody? Match the Gamer here, and today, thanks to a commenter from one of my previous videos, I decided to record a new updated version of my What is Canon video. Yes, I did do one in the past, but a lot of things have been added and changed since that last video. So, without further ado, here's what I think, or here's what I know is canon and what I know is not canon. And some of these things are questionable, and where it is questionable, I will specify, but otherwise, if it's definitive, whether you like it or not. That said, let's get into it. So, the original 42 volumes of the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z manga, it's 42 altogether on Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but in Japan it's just strictly called Dragon Ball, but all 42 of those books, the manga, is canon. It is the original source material where everything we have, both canon and non-canon, spawned from in terms of the ideas. So, that irrefutably is canon whether you like it or not. So, continuing further, what else do I consider canon? I consider the Dragon Ball Super anime, not the manga, but the anime canon. Why? Because it was planned for first and thought about first before the manga. Pretty simple, right? Let me see, what else? DBO, or Dragon Ball Online, is canon. The reason I say that is because Toriyama had the same level of involvement with the story of that game as he did with, as he's doing with Dragon Ball Super, the anime. So, that right there would work, not to mention it was treated as a direct continuation of the manga, and it disregarded the events of GT. Let me see, I also consider the Jocko the Galactic Patrolman and Dragon Ball Minus manga canon because it ties within to the Dragon Ball universe. I also consider Nico Majin Z canon because it ties within the universe. And I consider the Dr. Slump manga part of the continuity as well. Because, well, just read the manga, you'll see it'll fall within the universe, okay? Everything happens within it. And I consider anything Toriyama says in regards to anything within the manga or anime or whatever canon. What I mean by that, an example is in interviews he has said this or that, and that is canon. Like the most recent big example that comes to mind is the mentioning of what is Android 17 and 18's real names. In an interview, Toriyama revealed their names, so that right there means that that is canon. So, what else is there? What a surprise. Let me see. I believe that covers about what is canon, so... Not bad at all. Oh, and I technically consider Battle of Gods and Resurrection F canon, but I consider them retcon because of the events in Super, such as, in Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, Bulma's birthday party took place at Capsule Corporation, but in the Dragon Ball Super anime, it took place on a big luxury cruise liner named Princess Bulma, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Feel free to correct me if I am wrong. So, what is non-canon? Well, that's quite simple. GT's non-canon. And the reason I say this is because Toriyama himself has stated it's non-canon. Not explicitly like he said, pretty much bluntly, it's non-canon. He said it like this. He has said it two different ways. He has said that it's not, he considers it a good side story, not part of the main story, a side story. And then in other interviews, he has said, I consider GT about as canon as the movies, which we know are non-canon. And the movies he was referring to was movies pre-Battle of Gods. So, what else is there? Let me see. I don't consider any of the movies pre-Battle of Gods canon. I don't consider the TV specials canon because, well, for example, Bardock Father Goku was redone in manga form correctly by Toriyama himself. He retold Goku's origins, okay? Let me see, what else is there? I don't consider... Let me see, so I said GT's non-canon, I said the movies are non-canon, I said the TV specials are non-canon, and I don't consider the filler arts and anime canon. Now, I think that about covers it. Oh, wait a minute. So, why do I think filler arts are non-canon? Pretty simple. Okay, so, a lot of people want to use, like, PyCon and say he's canon and Gregory, as per the commenter I was speaking of. Which, again, thank you for giving me the idea to do this. If I could remember your name offhand, I would credit you, but you know who you are. So the reason I don't consider filler arcs canon is just simply because they don't fall within the manga, and I consider Gregory canon now simply because Toriyama's put him in Super. We have not seen Pikkon for quite some time, so that's why I don't consider him canon. Goku hasn't brought him up at all. Literally the last time we saw Pikkon was in a small filler segment during the battle against Kid Buu in the Dragon Ball Z anime. We have not seen any sign of Pikkon since. And many people want to use the argument of, oh, well, he designed a character, so that makes it canon. That's not how it works. The reason I say this is because Toriyama had some involvement with Broly's character design. And he even had some involvement with character designs in GT and the other movies. So, by your logic, if that's the case, and the movies would be canon, but we know they are not. So, that is why we can't use the argument of if Toriyama designed a character, it's canon. That's not how it works, okay? So, I think that about covers it, so just a real quick recap on what is canon. The original 42 volumes of the manga, Jocko the Galactic Patrolman / Dragon Ball Minus, Nico Majin Z, Dr. Slump, anything Toriyama says in regards to the series, Dragon Ball Super the anime, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, and Resurrection F, but they will be retconned in Super, so there's that. And Dragon Ball Online. And I believe that about covers it. So I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Also check out my official Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch pages all linked down below in the description of the video. So yeah, thanks y'all, and peace. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z / Kai, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Fuji TV, Toei Animation, Funimation, and Akira Toriyama. I do not claim to own any of these. The video and any images that appear were used under fair use.